How to increase libido. Understand the role of testosterone in regulating long-term sex drive for both women and men. Women's libido, and interest in initiating sex, responds to testosterone supplements, for example, which have been approved in Europe but are still undergoing testing by the FDA in the United States. 5. Men are also commonly given testosterone supplements by their doctors to treat abnormally low testosterone levels, increase libido, and improve sexual performance. 6. Both men and women's natural testosterone production tends to naturally decline with age, but the decline can be accelerated by smoking, heavy drinking, and gaining excess amounts of body fat while being physically inactive. Men's testosterone levels naturally peak in the early morning hours, so if you and your partner have been experiencing difficulty having sex, or if your male partner's interest in having sex has been waning lately, try having sex in the morning. Make sure you have enough time before work to enjoy yourselves, though, since thoughts of being late to work could dampen the mood. Libido is a person's sex drive. Whether you are a man or a woman, you may be interested in learning both short and long-term methods to increase and enhance the interest and pleasure you and your partner take in sex. You may also be seeking advice on how to regain lost interest in sex, or recover your ability to sexually perform. Here's a short guide on how. Have a positive mental attitude and keep your stress level low. If you feel good and self-confident, you may feel more sexual and attractive to your partner. Prolonged stress can lead to a diminished interest in sex. 1. For people who work stressful jobs, or those with a long commute, we all know how stressful traffic can be. A pinched sex drive is often the result. Men and women react differently to stressful situations. For men, sex is often a release of stressful energy. For women, stress makes sex anathema or beside the point. To understand the different reactions between the sexes and talk with your partner about engineering the right, non-stressful time for sex. Prepare for intimacy. If you are planning a romantic evening with someone, and hope to get him/her in the mood, coffee and chocolate are both great to eat beforehand. Both foods are considered aphrodisiacs because they produce positive mood states, release endorphins. 4. Provide energy, caffeine, and increase physical endurance. Wine and other forms of alcoholic drinks may help people to relax, though only a small amount is recommended. High consumption can result in impotence in men. Excessive consumption can cause the person to pass out, or lose awareness of the situation. In both these situations, no consent can be given and any sexual advances will either be considered unlawful sexual conduct, or rape. Seek the help of a sex therapist, if necessary. If you are experiencing sexual problems that prevent you from desiring, initiating, or enjoying sex, consider whether these issues may be psychological in origin. If you think they may be, seek help from a sex therapist. Sex therapists often treat individuals for issues like impotence or loss of sexual pleasure that may spring from an underlying and possibly undiagnosed depression. Sex therapists provide talk therapy to individuals and couples, and often assign them homework to help them take steps at home to regain normal levels of sexual functioning. For example, sex therapists may encourage a couple to explore different ways to be intimate with each other without having intercourse, to help rebuild trust and a feeling of mutual acceptance and non-judgment in bed. The basic idea underlying most of these types of homework assignments is that sex has become an experience associated with stress, pressure, and disappointment, and thus you need to learn to reassociate sharing intimacy with having fun, mutual acceptance, exploring, and giving each other pleasure.